but this is, I think, a day where we see the whole spectrum of litigation. And we have indictment, which I'll talk about on defraud. I was at the closing in the Isaac Arborough domestic violence homicide, and I know some of you also were at the sentencing for Randy Santos. So I'm going to touch upon the sentencing and the indictment, and I'll start with the defraud indictment. We announced the indictment of 18 individuals and 3 companies for allegedly conspiring to steal Harlem brownstone from a grieving family. I want to thank our skilled housing and tenant protection unit lawyers and our investigators who are actually in court now as arraignment continues. This is a matter that took a lot of skill and rigor, and so I thank them for their service. This is a type of fraud that unfortunately I know a bit about. I grew up in Harlem. My parents going to brownstone, particularly when my mother was later in life suffering from Alzheimer's. I saw individuals seeking to prey upon her and take her brownstone. This is pernicious fraud where people are preying on our most vulnerable population. Oftentimes that is our older adults. Today's indictment flows forth from a prior indictment in October where we charged 6 of these defendants who are allegedly working together to steal this brownstone and commit defraud. Hallmark of our investigations division generally, particularly our housing and tenant protection, is to just continue to follow the facts, follow the money, unravel the fraud, identify the scope of wrongdoers, and that's what happened here. While the owner of the brownstone on West 131st Street passed away in 2018, when they passed away, she left that property to her family, her husband, 2 children, and a grandchild. Over the following years, the defendants hatched, we allege, this plan to steal the property. Let me kind of take it step by step. In January of 2024, the scheme, we allege, began when defendant Bragg Sanderson encumbered the brownstone by filing a false lien. It's the first step. Then in April of 2024, defendant Angela Ramos and other defendants participated in a sham closing, an in-person closing of the property where they posed as the legal owners. They forged the signatures of family members and used personal identifying information on official documents to attain the deed. None of the actual heirs signed any of these documents, nor did they delegate or give any permission to the defendants. As we allege, this was a scam through and through. After that sham closing, the defendants, we allege, sold the property to defendant Lee, who posed as a straw buyer. Lee then purportedly sold the property to defendant Rahman for approximately $1.5 million. And then you have to cash out, right? And so after having a sham closing and having a fraudulent sale, the fraudulently acquired deed and the mortgage were recorded with the New York City Department of Finance, and each of the defendants received thousands of dollars from the proceeds of the mortgage. I want to be very clear. We will always follow the facts. We will prosecute anyone who is looking to take advantage of homeowners or tenants for their own personal gain. Our investigations do not stop until we know the full scope of the wrongdoing. Our housing and tenant protection unit focuses on a variety of crimes, and deed theft is one of our key areas. It's unfortunately one of the many types of illegal activities impacting homeowners, renters, and tenants. If you think you may be a victim or you think you may have information about a scheme like this, please contact our housing and tenant protection unit at 212-335-3300. We are here to help. Today, Mr. Santos was sentenced to a term of 40 years to life in prison for what I think can only be described as the chilling murder of four unhoused New Yorkers. And again, I want to thank the lawyers who worked on this. I'd say also today shows the sort of full spectrum of the talents of the office. I want to thank in particular our senior trial counsel, Al Peterson, for his work presenting in an extremely thorough fashion along his trial team this case to a jury which rejected Mr. Santos' insanity defense. Mr. Santos displayed an appalling disregard for the lives of his victims, who were completely defenseless and unable to protect themselves in any way. All six victims were unhoused and just trying to find a place to rest their heads for the evening. Four of them, after being brutally beaten to death, never woke up. These murders, shocked New York City, as they should. This is shocking, horrible conduct. Unhoused individuals deserve the same safety that we all are entitled to. And I hope the resolution of this case serves as a reminder of the work that remains in protecting and supporting our most vulnerable New Yorkers. And so for my office, that means not just doing what we did in this case, pursuing accountability when someone is violently attacked, but also taking proactive measures to connect our unhoused population to resources. We do that through our Community and Court Navigators program. We do that through our hub model, where we're working with various city agencies to connect people to services. And that work will continue. And in fact, I hope today will serve as a moment that we can collectively redouble those efforts.